Hi, I'm Christy Rost. The tradition of chuck wagon cooking is still alive in the West and Southwest, where chuck wagon cook-offs are serious business. The first chuck wagon was invented by Charles Goodnight in 1866 for cowboys driving cattle from Texas to the closest railroads. The chuck wagon ensured those cowboys were well fed. Today, I'm embracing that Western tradition while grilling bison. Welcome to At Home with Christy Rost. So I'm going to make coffee rubbed bison soft tacos today. This is taking the chuck wagon tradition and giving it a little bit of a modern spin. So I have 4 gorgeous bison New York strip steaks. These are from Rock River Bison Ranches here in Colorado and also in Kansas and Wyoming. And they sent these gorgeous, gorgeous bison steaks for me so that I could show you how easy it is to take bison, which is raised in almost every one of the 48 lower states. So you can find bison in your market and cook it at your home. So I'm going to make a dry rub to start. I have ground coffee and I put it through a food processor and made it really, really fine. And of course, coffee was a mainstay for the chuck wagon. I have onion powder and garlic powder. I have cayenne pepper and smoked paprika. And stir this up. Yummy. And just smash up all your little pieces of garlic powder or onion powder if you've got little chunks in there. And then rub this on both sides of the bison steaks. Now I'm also going to add some pink Himalayan sea salt to each one. And some freshly ground black pepper. And you want to be generous with your seasoning when you're grilling. Okay. Then rub all this in. Just rub it in with your hands, just like this. You could take the sides and pick up what's there, and then flip them over. Truly, these are just beautiful, beautiful bison steaks. You know, bison is a very regenerative meat. And what I mean by that is the bison feed on the grasses. And you know, at one time there were millions and millions of bison, but they feed on the grasses. They add value to the soil later, and not like cattle. It's bison were made for the prairie grasses. These days, when bison are much smaller in number, but there are many, many ranchers who are starting to increase the size of their herds. It's a really good thing, not only for the bison, not only for our diets, but also for the land itself. When it comes to nutrition, when you're looking for a really great steak, bison is much lower fats than cattle, than beef. So it's actually a very healthy choice for you. The key to bison, if you've never had bison before, the key to cooking bison is don't overcook it. When it's real pink inside, and I mean reddish pink, when it's real pink inside, it's tender, it's juicy and all. But if you overcook bison, I'm sorry, that's going to be dry and tough. So just keep that in mind. So I've got all these done. The grill is hot. And so you want to cook it hot and kind of quick so that you keep the inside nice and pink. So here we go. I'm going to use these. So I've done both sides of my bison here. I'm going to put these on the grill. And these are from Rock River Bison Ranches which are right here in Colorado. They're in Kansas, and they're in Wyoming. And they sent these gorgeous bison to me. So to go with this, for my soft tacos, I'm also going to caramelize some onions. I love caramelized onions. And if you've been watching me over seasons 1 and 2, you've probably already figured that out. So I'm going to add some olive oil to the pan. And just to make sure that they caramelize a little bit faster, I'm going to add in a tiny bit of unsalted butter. Then place the onions in here. And I'm not going for a really dark caramelization, just kind of a nice light caramelization where they're just starting to turn a little bit golden brown and they're soft and sweet. So I'm going to watch my time on my bison. Okay, here we go. So we're going to give these a couple of minutes. We're going to let the bison cook for a few minutes before I flip them. Then we're going to let the onions soften up, and then we'll be right back. So the bison has been on the grill for about 4 minutes at a high temperature. So I'm going to flip it over. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. And you can tell it's still really red inside, which is just perfect. But we've got a really good char going on the outside. Whoopsie, come on back. Woo, that's hot. Okay, yeah. Okay, that is gorgeous meat. So I'm just going to sear that other side and get that cooked through there, but not all the way through that we're going to make it too overdone. So a few more minutes on this side. If I feel that I need to give it a quick turn, I will. In the meantime, the onions are getting nice and soft, and that's what I want. And so while we wait for the bison to finish up, you know, when my husband Randy and I drive between Texas and Colorado, because if you haven't figured out yet, yeah, I'm a Texan, then we always go through the town of Goodnight, Texas, where the chuck wagon was created. And he had a huge ranch there. And so every time we go through that town, I think, this is where the chuck wagon started, that whole tradition. And you know, if it hadn't been for the chuck wagons, then we couldn't have had the cowboys being sustained the way they were as they were going through across the country, bringing in the cattle. Years ago, when Randy and I lived in Houston, one of the cattle drives used to end up in Houston, and they would go through several states bringing all of these cattle, and they would come real close to our neighborhood, and we'd always get our little boys out, and they'd have their little cowboy hats on and their boots and their little vests, and we'd run out to go see as the cattle drive went past, and they were on their way to the Houston rodeo. And this was a tradition every single year. It was really, really fun. But again, if it hadn't been for the chuck wagon, the big trail rides really could never have been sustainable. And so what Mr. Goodnight did was really an important part of the history of this country. And I'm pretty proud that he was a Texan. So see, these onions are starting to take on some color, and probably just at the right time too, because I've got this bison probably just about ready to take off. So let's look here. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. Here we go. And I'd always rather have a little underdone than overdone. Beautiful. Move you. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Oh, I can hear. I don't know, can you hear them sizzle? I can. My onions look really perfect the way they are. So I'm going to remove them. They're nice and soft, and they're going to be really sweet. I'm going to remove them and put them right here so you can see that. And this is one of those Heston pans. It's skillets. It's a stainless steel with a titanium coating. And what that means is it's going to take really high heat like this grill. Then I'm going to take some tortillas, because I'm making soft tacos out of this. This would be great sliced all by itself, but soft tacos, ooh, fun, fun, fun. So I'll just put these right on the grill, turn down my heat just a little, and they're only going to stay here for just the briefest of seconds. Oh, I need one more. I love things even. And all ready to flip. There we go. See, it only takes a moment, and you just want to give them a little tiny bit of color. It gives it that chuck wagon look. Perfect. Then we leave them there for just a second. And see, this is puffing up, so I know that's cooked. Love it. And they're soft, but they also have this wonderful little char leathery thing going on. Great. So now I can turn off the heat on my grill, and we'll close this up. Okay. Let's put this together because this is gorgeous. We're going to take this one right here. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Oh, this is perfect, just perfect. Rock River Ranch, you should be proud. And if you want to find out more about bison, I'd highly suggest you visit the National Bison Association's website. It's bisoncentral.com. And it's a wealth of information, not just about the meat that you can buy in your stores or that you can actually order from a place like Rock River Ranches, but also about the history of the bison and the importance of them as far as being a regenerative protein. And it's really good information to know. So I've got these gorgeous tortillas. Well, I think I'll do my meat first. Where's my, here we go. Let's put some meat in here, just like this. Beautiful. And then I'll add in some onions. And I have some creme fraiche here. Creme fraiche. Some buttermilk and heavy cream. You just mix it together and let it sit for about 24 hours with a little towel over top. And it creates this wonderful, tangy finish for this dish. You can use sour cream as well, but there's nothing like creme fraiche. So let's do another one. I can see the crew absolutely drooling while I'm doing this. So I need to make sure I have enough for them. Get some soft tacos going here. You know, you don't have to be from Texas. You don't have to be from the West or the Southwest or from Colorado to enjoy a meal like this that has a rich history. So no matter where you live, you should be able to source bison. You can order it online from so many purveyors. You can ask your butcher to get it in for you. And you will be helping our ranchers, because the more bison that is purchased and enjoyed and embraced, the more these ranches can grow. And we can continue to regenerate our grasslands and provide just wonderful food for all of us. So it's a great American tradition. I really ask that you embrace that. So I'm grilling here in kind of an idyllic situation. I've got a beautiful day, the air is cool, the mountains behind me are just majestic as can possibly be, and it won't be long and they'll be snow covered again. But you know, you can grill just about anywhere. You don't have to be in the mountains or even in the yard. How about grilling bison on your back patio? patio. Or if you don't even have a grill, you can do a grill pan indoors. And grilling is an all year round activity. I'm out here in the snow grilling. I'm out here on a rainy day with an umbrella grilling. And certainly on a beautiful day like this, there's nothing like getting outdoors and firing up the grill. But you can be anywhere. So anytime you feel like something grilled, don't let where you live or whether you have a grill or not stop you. You can do it indoors and you can create beautiful meals like this bison soft tacos. This is nice. Now, if you want, you could add some cheese to this. You could add some lettuce and tomato to this. You can do whatever you want. You could add salsa to this. You can make whatever you want. So I hope you've enjoyed today's show. Thanks so much for joining me today on At Home with Christy Rost, where great food, beautiful wines, and hospitality are a tradition. I'd love to hear from you, so please connect with me on my Instagram or Facebook pages, and be sure to visit my website, ChristyRost.com. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Salt Seasons and Little Bear Honey, and our good friends at National Bison Association, Rock River Bison Ranches, Melissa's Produce, and Heston Culinary Cookware. See you next time.